Courtroom 360 Insights. Here's some courtroom drama for your mama. These criminals don't like being corrected by others and want to show it by trying to attack authority, starting with Deobra Redden, who should have joined track or long and high jump. Redden faces a slew of serious charges, including attempted murder.
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir.
Deobra speaks so calmly with the judge, trying to wiggle his way out of doing prison time.
I feel like I should be given a shot because I'm in a better place than I was. I feel that I shouldn't be sent to prison for a second time.
But the judge wasn't falling for Deobra's sob story.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
Deobra went from "I'm sorry" to totally freaking unhinged like hella fast. His defense team is arguing that his paranoid schizophrenia diagnosis drove him to the brink of madness. But prosecutors are pushing back, insisting that Redden's actions were calculated and cold-blooded. Deobra Redden back in court facing the same judge, Mary Kay Halton, this time with extra precaution, a spit mask, and gloves.
I want to make it clear that I am not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by defendant's actions.
And David, Redden faces multiple charges, including battery and extortion from Wednesday's attack. He'll face a different judge for those.
Deobra Redden's attack is for sure going down in history as one of the highest and longest jumps ever seen in court. He should have trained Melissa Hardwick, whose attempted attack is pitiful in Kentucky courtroom. Melissa Hardwick faced domestic assault charges against her estranged husband. Hardwick does a good job with making sure her husband gets exactly what he came to court for.
Our personal life is your business, nothing to do with
Miss Hardwick,
boys. No.
You will be held in contempt of this court if you become disruptive.
I haven't done anything to this court. I haven't done anything to him.
She will be arrested for contempt of court.
It doesn't make any difference.
You will serve 10 days.
Hardwick has a hard time shutting her mouth. The judge was not having it, so Hardwick attempts her long high jump.
Go now.
Ha! Pathetic attack. Let's keep watching.
Stephen, get all of me!
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Hardwick, count your blessings. If those cops didn't stop you and you laid hands on the judge, you'd be facing a harsher sentence.
You'll be sad when it happens, Jennifer.
Now Hardwick starts to verbally threaten the judge. She probably don't realize she's digging a deeper freaking hole for herself, while the judge looks at her in disgust.
Judge will have to be appointed to represent because she will be charged criminally with the threats that were made in open court today.
Melissa Hardwick receives 120 days in jail for contempt of court.
Melissa Hardwick is charged with the terrorist threats, intimidating a judge, and resisting arrest. Hardwick receives 5 years or probation. That's wild. She should have been locked up. Her husband was granted his needs for this courtroom visit.
The emergency protective order will remain in place of no contact.
That's crazy. You attempt to attack a judge in a court and just get probation? Why is that? Let's pause from these jumping defendants and look into a criminal with a funny bone, Joseph Ziegler. This sick idiot, Joseph Ziegler, was convicted of murdering and sexually assaulting babysitter Lisa Story and 11-year-old Robin Cornell in their Cape Coral apartment in in 1990. The crazy thing is that the case went cold for decades until 2016 when the unexpected happened. Joseph was arrested for a completely different crime, and as soon as his fingerprints were in the system, the sick freak alarm went off. His DNA matched with the one from the 1990 crime scene. He was charged for first-degree homicide and sexual assault with tons of other charges. This sicko wasn't happy. His disgusting butt was found and had this for his lawyer.
What's that?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Relax. Don't talk. Relax.
I used to box. I've taken a lot better shots than that.
Yeah, relax.
Joseph's little funny elbow didn't faze his lawyer. Obviously, he wasn't happy getting caught, and neither is Cindy Newsome. A Mississippi courtroom erupts in chaos when defendant Cindy Newsome's anger explodes as he faces a domestic charge. At first, Newsome is calm, even busts out with a dance.
After reviewing some paperwork and doing a little dance, he appears relatively calm.
Newsome signs some paperwork, but then thinks again and realizes he don't like the outcome.
Newsome signs the paperwork and the officer then hands the documents to Judge Rimes. The defendant, however, doesn't seem ready to rest his case. An irate Newsome argues with the judge.
Now the judge wants him, and Newsome ain't having it.
First, he grabs a stack of papers from the desk and throws them at the judge. As papers fly everywhere, two court clerks rush away from the commotion, while Newsome's mother reacts. The transport officer wrestles the defendant to the ground for a few moments, but he overpowers her. He then grabs a telephone and hurls it at the judge, toppling a computer monitor in the process. Judge Rimes has seen enough and decides to take control.
Is anyone else wondering why it's taken so long for some backup to step in? I'm sure the judge was wondering the same thing. He was waiting. He took things into his own hands.
Judge Rimes has seen enough and decides to take control. As Newsome throws more paper at him, Judge Rimes single-handedly pins him onto the desk. The defendant's brother then gets involved as well, though it's unclear whether he's trying to assist the judge.
The judge handled Newsome like nothing, and backup finally arrives.
Court officials stream into the court. One of them finally leads Newsome out of the room.
Let's meet our last defendant, Daniel Stewart. Stewart, a business major and a 21-year-old man, was arrested for allegedly robbing a convenience store. Apparently, he jumped over the counter, put a female clerk in a headlock, and grabbed $20 when she opened the register. Yes, you heard right, $20. Crazy what people would do for money. But on his way to court, something unexpected happened. On his way to court, it was as though an evil spirit possessed the calm Daniel. He totally switched up and lost it, even going as far as headbutting a deputy and breaking his nose before he was subdued and carried out. An interview with the sheriff soon revealed that Daniel had also assaulted a jail worker the night before.
I don't know what this is or how much he's taken or whatever, but we'll have to get him evaluated by a doctor, but we've got to determine a safe way to do it for the doctor and for him and for us.
Something was definitely wrong with Daniel and the rest of these short-fused criminals. May God have mercy on your souls, because we don't. Courtroom 360 Insights.